All right, go ahead, say it.
Nothing for me to say. You see it as well as I.
What have I done wrong?
Why look at it that way? They're beautiful, they help each other, they praise you every few minutes.
They don't multiply.
Maybe give them a few more years.
Look at them. A perfectly moonlit night, and they're playing handball.
Well, you wanted them innocent.
Well, every once in a while, though, he does seem to get aroused.
Aroused, yes, but what's the good if he doesn't get it in the right place? Now, when he does, she walks off to pick a flower or something.
I just can't figure that out.
Well, of course, you could always...
What?
Look, I don't want to mix in, and then you'll say I'm criticizing
What
everything.
have you got in mind?
You see, you're mad already.
I'm not mad.
All right. You could take her back and restring her insides. Reroute everything so wherever he goes in it connects to the egg.
No. She's perfect now. I'm not taking that woman apart. Out of the question.
Well then, you've only got one other choice. You've got to thin out the innocence down there. See? You're giving me that look again. Whatever I say, you turn it into some kind of a plot. Like when you made that fish with the fur on, throw him in the ocean and all the people run around screaming hosannas. I come and tell you the thing's drowned, and you're insulted.
Yeah, but I've stopped making fish with fur anymore.
And before I can penetrate the fact, I've got to go through hell. The problem down there is that you've made it all so perfect. Everything they look at is not only good, it's equally good. The sun is good, rats are good, fleas are good. The moon, lions, athlete's foot. Every single thing is just as good as every other thing, because naturally, you created everything, so everything's as attractive as everything else.
Well, what's so bad about perfection except that you can't stand it?
Well, simply, if you want him to go into her, into the right place, and stay there long enough, you'll have to make that part better.
I'm not remaking that woman.
It's not necessary. All I'm saying is that sex has to be made not just good, but, well, terrific. I mean, right now, he'd just as soon pick his nose. In other words, you've got to have his attention on that one place.
And how would I do that?
Well, let's look at it. What is the one thing that makes him stop whatever he's doing and pay strict attention?
What?
You. As soon as you appear, he, so to speak, comes erect. It gives sex that same sort of holiness in his mind, the same hope that is never discouraged and never really fulfilled, the same fear of being unacceptable, and unbeschreiblich. Between such high promise and deadly terror, you won't be able to think of anything else.
And how would I do that?
All right, look, there's no way around it. I simply have to talk about those apples.
What?
I refuse to believe that man's only way to demonstrate his love for you is to refuse to eat some fruit.
Really now?
Forgive me, ma'am, but I'm useless to you if I don't speak my mind. May I tell you why I think you planted that tree in the garden? Objectively speaking, it is senseless. You wanted his praise for everything you made, absolutely innocent of any doubt about your goodness. Why then plant a fruit which can only make him wise, sophisticated, and analytical? May I continue? He certainly will begin to question everything if he eats an apple, but why is that necessarily bad? He may lose his innocence, but the more he learns of your secrets, the more reasons he will have to praise you. And that is why, quite without consciously knowing it, you planted that tree there. It was your fantastic inner urge to magnify your glory to the last degree. In 6 words, you wanted full credit for everything.
He must never eat those apples.
Then why have you tempted him? What is the point?
I wanted him to wake each morning, look at that tree and say, I will not eat those apples, not even one.
Fine, but with that same absence of curiosity, he's not investigating her.
Well, the other animals manage.
Their females go into heat and the balloon goes up. But she is ready almost any time, and that means no time. It's part of that whole dreadful uniformity down there.
They're my children, and I don't want them to know evil.
Why call it evil? One apple, and she'll know the difference between good and better. And once she knows that, he'll be all over her. Look, he's kissing a tree. You see? The damn fool has no means of discriminating.
Well, you should kiss trees too.
Fine. If that's the way you feel, you've got Adam and Eve, and it'll be 1,000 years before they multiply.
I'm way ahead of you.
Man, that's inevitable.
Stay away from that tree.
Whatever you say. Can I go now?
Don't have the illusion I'm not in conflict about this. I mean, don't decide to do me a favor or something and go down there. I know perfectly well why I put that tree there.
Really?
Yes, really. I'm in perfect control over my unconscious friend. It was not to tempt him. It was I who was tempted. I finished him and I saw he was beautiful. And for one moment, I loved him beyond anything I had ever made. And I thought, maybe I should let him see through the rose petals of its chemistry, its formation of amino acids to the secrets of life. His praise for surface made me impatient to show him the physics of my art, which would raise him to be a god.
Why'd you change your mind?
Because I thought of what became of you. The one who really understands biology and physics. The one I loved before the rest and took such good care to teach. And you can take a breath without thinking how to overthrow me and take over the universe.
Ma'am, I only wanted them to know more, the more to praise you.
The more they know, the less they'll need me. You know that as well as I. And that's all you're after, to grind away their respect for me. Give them an apple. If it wasn't for the law of conservation of energy, I would destroy you. Now listen. Don't go near that tree or those dear people. Not in any form, you hear? They're innocent, and innocent they remain until I turn out the lights forever.
Now what is she really saying? She put it there to tempt herself. Therefore she's not of one mind but innocence, and how could she be when innocence blinds Adam to half the wonders she has made? I will help the Lord. Yes, that's the only way to put it. I'm her helper. I open up the marvels she dares not show, and thereby magnify her glory. In short, I disobey what she says, and carry out what she means, and if that's evil, it's only to do good. Strange. I never felt so close to my Creator as I do right now. Once Adam eats, he'll multiply, and Lucifer completes the lovely world of God. Oh, praise the Lord who gave me all this insight. My fight with her is over. Now evil be my good, and even Adam multiply in blessed sin. Make way, dumb stars. The world of man begins.